Welcome to Shoguns and Shrines. On this channel, I'm a Japanese creator introducing Japan's history, culture, and beautiful scenery in English. Today, I'll explain the turbulent life of one of my favorite historical figures, Hijikata Toshizo, in a clear and easy to follow way. Please enjoy the episode all the way to the end. Hijikata Toshizo is often known as the Vice Commander of the Shinsengumi and as a Demon Vice Commander. But if we trace his life in 10 minutes, we can see not only his strength but also the ties of history and his inner conflicts. In the late Edo period, Japan's political center was shaking. Values were collapsing and the samurai era was moving toward its end. Kyoto, in particular, became the most dangerous stage because the imperial court was there and political activists from many domains gathered there. In that turmoil, the Shinsengumi took on the role of keeping order in the city, and Hijikata Toshizo became a key figure who held the organization together. Hijikata Toshizo was born in 1835 in the Tama area of Musashino Province, which is now around Hino in Tokyo. He grew up in a farming community, and as a child, he was known as a baragaki, a wild troublemaker. His early home life was not easy, and he learned what hardship looked like from a young age. The important point is that he did not start as an elite samurai raised in the center of power. He began in the countryside, close to real life, and that shaped his practical mindset later on. In his youth, Hijikata supported himself by traveling and selling a family medicine called Ishida Sanyaku. That work wasn't glamorous at all. He walked from village to village, greeted people politely, explained the medicine and trust, and kept going. From that experience, he gained patience, observation skills, and the ability to read people. Those quiet skills later became the foundation for how he managed a group under pressure. Then came a major turning point, his meeting with Kondō Isami. In 1859, Hijikata formally entered the sword school called Tennen Rishin-ryū. This was not only about becoming stronger with the blade, it was also about learning discipline, rules, and what it takes to fight as an organization. Here, Hijikata connected with comrades around Kondō, and that network led directly to Kyoto later. As the situation worsened, Hijikata joined the recruitment for the Roshigumi and traveled up to Kyoto. Kyoto in the Bakumatsu era was filled with political tension, violence, and fear. After arriving, many members returned to Edo, but Hijikata and Kondō stayed and continued their activities in Kyoto. Following the political shift known as the August 18 coup of 1863, their group came to be called the Shinsengumi. From that point on, the famous image of the light blue Haori jacket began to take shape. The Shinsengumi's role was to protect public order in Kyoto. To do that, they needed information, speed, and strict control as an organization. Hijikata became feared because he was the one who enforced discipline and maintained order inside the group. It's not necessary to romanticize this, but it helps us understand that he aimed to build a real fighting organization, not just a friendly club. In 1864, the Ikedaya Incident made the Shinsengumi famous. Hijikata rushed to the scene, but he did not immediately storm into the building. Instead, he helped secure the area, holding key positions and cutting off escape routes. This is exactly where his vice commander style stands out. His coolness is not in dramatic sword swings, but in quiet decisions that control the whole situation. In 1868, the Battle of Tobafushimi began the Boshin War, and the pace of change accelerated. War was no longer decided by sword skill alone. Firearms, training, supply lines, and command systems mattered more and more. Hijikata came to understand the importance of Western style armies and modern methods. If he clung only to the old ways, he knew they would lose. So he tried to change how they fought, because reality demanded it. In the final stage of the conflict, the remaining forces moved north, and the battlefield shifted to Hakodate. During the Hakodate campaign, Hijikata is often remembered wearing a French-style military uniform. He also cut off his top knot, and that image became symbolic. It meant he was choosing practicality and adaptation over old forms. Carrying tradition, he still tried to fight in a way that matched the new era. In 1869, amid the fighting around Hakodate, Hijikata was shot and died. He was 34 years old. Rather than turning this into pure tragedy, it's better to remember what his life shows us. His life was short, but it was packed with responsibility, change, and resolve. That's why Hijikata Toshizo remains a figure people still want to talk about today. Looking back on his life makes us think about what strength really means. It's not only the strength to fight, but also the strength to build rules, make decisions, and adapt. And above all, it's the strength to carry responsibility to the very end. Which moment felt the most Hijikata to you? Was it the moment he stood in Kyoto as part of the Shinsengumi? Was it his decision to secure the perimeter at Ikedaya? Or was it his image in Hakodate cutting off his top knot and fighting in a military uniform? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this channel, please hit the like button, click the notification bell, and subscribe. And I'll see you again in the next video.